Hi everyone, Tracy here with Paper Closet Designs, and I have a video for you today for the new pop-up stand cards. Now you've seen these, I did a bunch of these for Valentine's Day. This is our little koala, and they fold flat. They fit a regular A2 card envelope, so they're flat. You can mail them, and then when you pull them out of the envelope, they pop open, and you can stand them up to display. It's kind of hard to see on the camera. They also have a printable on the back. So this one says, "You are the very best." Today I have 3 new ones, and these are birthday cards, and I kind of made them with the little boy in mind. We get lots of requests for boy cards, and so that's what these are today. So I want to show you how to assemble each of these individually, and then if you would like to, how to interchange the pieces so that you have a whole lot more possibilities. So we have the monster, we have the rocket, and we have the dinosaur. On the video, I will divide this up into chapters so you don't have to watch the whole video if you're only making one of the cards. I'm going to start with the dinosaur because I think he has the least amount of pieces. So let's slide these out, and I will show you the pieces that come with it. So we have our front piece, and it has 3 stars. I have not glued those on there yet. We have 2 covers. You'll know that they're covers because there's no splits in them. We have the bottom pieces, and they are, the middle piece is the taller piece, the 2 side pieces are the shorter pieces. We have our layered dinosaur and the piece that he goes on, which is the middle. Whoops, there's my little eyeball. We have the printable that goes on the back. This one says, "You are dynamite." We have a large star, and then we have the back piece. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to take my "You are dynamite," and I'm just going to add some tape to it, and I'm going to add it to the back of our card. Now these are symmetrical, the back and the front, so those 2 doesn't matter which direction you run it. I'm going to flip it over, and we can add the card or the star to the front of the back piece. And I had these cut out the other day, sitting on my desk waiting to put the video together, and my little granddaughter came in and she was playing with them. She was having so much fun looking at the shapes. So a couple of the shapes are just a little bit bent. Okay, there's our back. You are dynamite. Our front piece has the 3 stars, and I cut these out of 2 different colors. You could cut them out of 3 different colors. You could cut them out of the same color. Okay, there we go. And I'm sorry if I keep clearing my throat. I've got a dry voice today and trying to put videos together, so there are the 3 stars, and this is the front piece, and it has the slits in it. These cards go by lots of different names. I call them the pop-up stand cards because it reminds me of the stands from the Barbie dolls when I was little. They're also called grid cards or slice cards. Okay, now we have our dinosaur piece. So I'm actually going to show you the pieces that we have, and then we'll glue them together. So we have the front of the dinosaur, and his little circles are cut out. We have this circle, and this will be what shows through those circles. So whatever color you want his dots to be is the color you're going to cut this. We have this little tiny circle, and it will cut just fine. This is your eye. If you don't want to cut something that tiny or deal with it, you could actually just dot his eye on with a Sharpie marker, and that would be fine. This back piece, the only thing that's going to show is the back legs. So cut this from a lighter shade than you did the front of your dinosaur. So if you're doing a blue dinosaur, you'll want to cut this out of a lighter blue. If you're doing a pink dinosaur, cut it out of a lighter pink. And then we have our middle piece. So I'm going to come over here and get my back piece. And you want to make sure that these are all running in the right direction. I'm really having some issues with my glue. Okay. And then just match that up with the dinosaur in the middle piece. Oops. Okay, we're going to take our circle, and I'm just going to put glue around the edge of the circle. And then I'm going to glue it to the back of him. So you want to make sure that it's not poking out on this top piece, but that you can see all the dots or the spots on your dinosaur. Add some glue to him. And then you're just going to layer him. There we go. And those other legs show through. And then we have the little eye. And again, if you don't want to deal with this tiny black circle, you could add it with a Sharpie marker, and that glue will dry clear. Okay, so there's my middle piece. Now I'm ready to assemble it. So what I usually do is I take the middle piece of the stand, and it's the taller piece. So if I layer those, you'll notice that it's bigger. It's taller and wider. I'm going to start with the middle piece on the middle stand. And we're just going to slide that together, just like that. Then take our back piece and slide it on there, matching up those two slots. And then the front piece, again, matching up those two slots. Okay, make sure that everything is down nice and flat and even. Tip it up, and then we can add our side pieces. It doesn't matter if you do middle first or front first. You just want them all on there. And I kind of have to move around the camera stand. Okay, tap them up there so that they're all nice and even. And then the same on this side. And they are supposed to be a little bit tight so that the card doesn't fall apart. Okay, at this point, you could leave it like this. And it's kind of cute with the little pieces poking out. It still folds flat. You can pull it out of the envelope, and you can leave it just like that without the covers. I'm going to show you how to add the covers on it because I like it a little bit better with the covers. Before we move on though, I want to show you that these pieces are interchangeable. So if you wanted to do a birthday card, but you wanted the koala bear, all of these pieces are just interchangeable. So I can take out the koala bear, take out my dinosaur, and add the koala bear. I'm just going to do that really quick so it's not in there all nice and flat. So now I have a koala bear birthday card. Of course, you'd want to cut it out of different colors. Get that down in there. You'd want to cut it out of different colors and maybe replace the hearts with some stars. But they're all interchangeable. So all of my cards, I've kept them the same size so that you can change pieces and not have to buy a whole bunch of different things. Okay, let's put our dinosaur back in here. Sorry, I'm not going to do that on every card. I just wanted to show you. How to do that. All right. So now to add the cover, we're going to just make sure everything is even. I'm going to fold it down flat, and it doesn't matter which direction you do first. Oh my goodness, I exchanged that piece and now I'm having some issues getting everything lined back up again. Let's get it all lined up. And if I could see around this stand. Okay, there we go. There's our dinosaur back. Okay, we're going to fold it flat. It doesn't matter which direction you do first, really doesn't. We're going to fold it flat, and then we're going to take these tabs that are showing through on the front, and we're going to bend them the opposite direction. So the card is flat, pointing to the left. I'm going to take these tabs and I'm going to fold them to the right. There's not a score line, but you can just smooth it out with your finger. And then we're going to go put a little bit of glue behind those and glue them down flat. I need to fill my glue bottle, I think. So just glue that down flat, making sure that your edges are all still even. Okay, once those front pieces are glued flat, then we're going to take one of the covers. Doesn't have any of the slits in it. And just glue it to cover up those tabs that we have folded over. Okay. Flip it over to the back, and this time we're going to lift it and flip it in the opposite direction than it was. And now we're going to take these tabs and bend them that way in the opposite direction. And then we will glue those down. And your stand pieces, you can cut from a different color, or you can cut them from the same color. I did them on my video a different color just because it's easier to see what I'm doing. I like them in a different color, but you don't have to. You can do them whatever color you want. Take our stand and cover up those tabs that we have folded. And there is our little dinosaur birthday card. So you pull him out of the envelope, pop him up, display him on your shelf, nightstand, mantle, flip it over, and it says, "You are dynamite," and you have lots of room to write a little birthday message. Okay, so that is the dinosaur. Let's move on to the monster. I think the little monsters are so cute. So again, you have your stand pieces. We have our covers. This time I did the covers out of the same color that I did the stands. Our front piece is exactly the same. It has the 3 stars. There's our monster, and I will show you all of the layers for him in just a second. Our back piece says, "Have a monster-sized birthday," and then we have the star and the back piece. So let's go ahead and add our sentiment to the back. I do have some videos, and I said this in the Valentine's one, and then I was having a hard time getting it uploaded, but they are uploaded now. So I do have some videos that show you how to use this as a print and cut in both Silhouette and Cricut. Also how to delete that and change the sentiment to something else. So if you wanted it to say happy birthday or put the child's name on it, you could do that. And those videos are up now. Okay, so there's our back piece. Front piece is the same. I again cut these out of 2 different colors. We're just going to glue them on there. And these front pieces are interchangeable too. So if you wanted your birthday card to have hearts on it, you could grab the one that says hearts or has hearts on it. So many possibilities. I do have a lot more of these on the drawing board. In fact, I've got 3 more that are more girlish that are almost ready to go. And hopefully those will be out the end of the week too. Okay, then we have our monster. Let me show you the pieces that come with our monster. So our background piece is right here. We have the nose. It kind of looks like a little blob because he's a monster. We have the front of the monster. The inside piece is his mouth. Then we have 2 eyeballs. And then we have the black piece. I would suggest cutting this solid piece out of black because your mouth and your eyes are going to show through with this. So you want it out of black. The other option is you could cut this full piece out of black and discard this one. If this was all cut from black, you wouldn't need to cut this one. We're going to go ahead and put glue on the back of him. Oh, his little legs show on this piece too. I forgot. So his eyes, the back of his mouth, and his legs show. Just line that up as best you can. Okay, now we're going to take the green piece, or the monster color. And your monster could be any color. You could cut him out of polka dot paper and have a polka dotted monster. And that would be fun. Then the inside of his mouth or his tongue. It just goes right in there with some black showing all the way through it, or all the way around it. Then we have his nose. You could pop dot his nose if you wanted to. You could ink up his nose. I just cut it out of a little different shade of green so that it showed really well. And then his eyes. And you have 2 sizes of eyes. One's a little bit bigger. The bigger eye goes on the right side. Then the smaller eye goes on the left side. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I've tried to keep these with as few layers as possible, but still have all of the detail. Okay, so there's our little monster. Isn't he just cute? Okay, let's go ahead and get him ready to go. I'm going to take my 2 cover pieces and set them to the side. I'm going to find my middle piece. It's the one that's a little bit larger. Start with my middle piece and put those 2 together. You kind of have to wiggle them a little bit to get them to slide in. And then put your front piece on. Match up those cuts in the back. I'm not going to interchange this one or change it out, so it'll go together much quicker. And then take the sides, the smaller half circles, and match up the slices on there. And this side. There is our cute little monster card. Have a monster-sized birthday And again, you could leave it just like this or add the cover. If we add the cover, we're going to lay it down and push it down flat. Then we're going to take these tabs and we're going to fold them over in the opposite direction. Make sure all of your bottoms are lined up and flat. Let's add a little bit of glue. And a cover piece. Flip him over to the back. Flip it in the opposite direction. Make sure all those pieces are down nice and tight and even. And then flip the tabs. And when I say the tabs, I mean the pieces of the stand. And that's why I did them in the opposite color so you can see what I was talking about. We're going to flip those in that direction. After you've done one or two of these cards, they just go together so quick. You'll be making all kinds of these. And they're just so much fun. Like I said, my little grandson was having a blast with them. Okay, and there is our little monster birthday card. Isn't he just fun? Have a monster-sized birthday. Okay, the last one we're going to do is the rocket, and I saved it for last because it has the most pieces, but it's not hard. It's not hard at all. So we have our two cover pieces again. Once again, we have the 3 stands and the stars in the front. We have the rocket pieces. And then we have the back, and it says "Have a Blast" with the yellow star and the stand piece. Put that on there, flip it over, and we have the yellow. And I did show this on the Valentine card. I think I did. But if you wanted to, you could actually add this so that this is your background and the rocket is in front of this piece that has your sentiment on it. You might not be able to see everything, but when you hold it up, you can. Or you can use it as your back. So our stars, we're just going to glue our stars on, and this time I did 3 different colors. And again, you could do this with your printed paper, whatever you want. The paper that I use is 65 weight. I think that just does this about perfect. You could do 80. You could even maybe do 110, but they're going to be really stiff when you go to fold them and open them. Okay, so now here we have our rocket, and our rocket has a couple of pieces. Well, it has the inside window. This is the decoration for the rocket. The rocket is actually 2 layers, so this back piece is the wings are going to show, and your this little piece down here on the bottom. And then this is your top piece. Then you have 2 pieces of your flame, and then your middle piece. So I cut this out of white instead of blue because my window is going to show. So whatever color you want your window to be is the color that you're going to cut this middle piece from. I could have done it from blue. It would have been fine. I would have had a blue circle or blue window at the top. So you choose the color that you want. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and glue this solid piece. Well, it's not solid, but the almost full piece. It's the wing piece. And then the front piece. Oh, come on, come on. I'm so close to being done. Don't run out. And we have the window frame. And it's kind of thin, so I'm just going to put some dots. And our stripe. Oops, turning it upside down. There we go. And then our flames. So I'm going to put the larger flame on first. And then the smaller flame. Oh, I can talk. Just like that. And there's an up close of what your rocket looks like. Okay, now we're going to assemble it. So I'm going to find the middle piece, the taller piece. We're going to hook that up. I'm going to do the front piece and the back piece. Move this out of the way so I can see around it. Okay, lay it down, and then we can take our two side stands. This side stand. Sometimes I make this look really awkward when it's not, and it's just because I'm trying to see around the camera to what I'm doing. All right, so there he is. Make sure everything's flat. I'm gonna flatten it down. Make sure all of our bottom pieces line up. And take these tabs, this time it's the white, and bend them in the opposite direction that they're running. Add some glue. Oh, come on, come on, come on. Got one card left. Come on, don't run out on me. Isn't that always how it goes? It's when you're right in the middle of something, your bobbin thread runs out on your machine, glue runs out if you're on your paper. Okay, flip it over to the back, flip it in the opposite direction, make sure everything is still lining up, and turn those tabs in the opposite direction. Let's glue them down. Oh, and I forgot to glue my cover on. Glue this cover. Flip it over, glue this cover. We made it with the glue. Yay! All right, and there is our rocket birthday card. Perfect for the little boy in your life. Have a blast. I hope you will give some of these pop-up stand cards a try. They are so fun and everybody just seems to love them. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please give me a thumbs up down below. Make sure you hit subscribe so you don't miss any of my videos, and have a great day.